Good day, everyone, and welcome to the channel. My name is Ralph, and I am a developer passionate about building systems that solve real world problems. On this channel, we'll be teaching each other how to get started with system development using VB.NET step by step from beginner to advanced. If you ever wanted to build your own application, automate tasks, or even create business system, you're in the right place. Okay, so in this series, we'll cover everything you need to know about Visual Basic.NET or VB.NET, including the basics of programming, building Windows applications, working with databases, creating real-world systems, and by the end of this course, you'll be able to build your own functional applications from scratch. So let's start with the basics. What is VB.NET? VB.NET stands for Visual Basic.NET, which is an object-oriented language developed by Microsoft, and it runs on the .NET framework. You can ask, what's an object-oriented language? It's actually a way of programming where you build your program using objects, just like in real world. In this case, our objects are going to be things like a text box, a button, a label, and so on. One might ask, what is the .NET framework? It's simply a platform that provides tools and environment to build and run applications. It saves time, it makes programs more readable, like you don't have to build everything yourself. To start coding in VB.NET, we need a tool called Visual Studio. And Visual Studio is an IDE, which stands for Integrated Development Environment. It helps you write, run, and manage your code easily. So if you haven't installed Visual Studio yet, don't worry, let's do it quickly. Quickly go to Google and search download Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Community, sort of that. And install the latest version. You will find it somewhere here, right here. Once it downloads, open the installer. You'll find a list of workloads, but the one that we need is this one right here. Click it and then install it. Okay, so once it's done installing, open Visual Studio and create a new project. After that, search for Windows Form app in .NET framework, right? You'll find it down here somewhere. Where is it? You'll find it here. There is it. And then just click next. Name your project. I'll name it My First App. Then click create. Wait for it to open. Now, this is where things get interesting. You're not just coding. You're not just writing a code. You're designing an application. This right here is your form, your apps window, right? And on your left is your toolbox. This is where you drag components like your controls, a button, text boxes, and all that. And on your right is your properties. This is where you change your buttons property, your text box property. You see? Okay, now let's write our first program. Just go and search to the toolbox and search for a button, or just drag it here and drop it on your form. Let's resize it a little bit, and let's change this text on its property right here. There it is. And click me, and let's go change it on its design name. I'll explain why we have to change it here in the next video. So it's gonna be between click me. So to program it or to open its code editor or the code editor, you're just gonna come and double click on the button. It will open the code editor. So our first simple program, it'll be message box message box. Hello world. Click F5 or just press play to run your program. Let's see. And that's your very first Windows application using VB.NET. So in the next lesson, we'll make things more powerful by adding user input, using text boxes and other controls, right? So that your app can actually interact with users.